Hello everyone, this is the Tone Deaf Monk. Today's video is brought to you by the Lobsters.
They wanted to bring you a message. It's important.
Say no to pot. Just don't do it.
It's a gateway drug. Anyway, moving on. 7 Hertz Legato. Loving it. I heard mention of these bad boys and was like, what? An old school speaker with 12s? Hell yeah. Brought back some flashbacks. I think my dad had a set of Duo speakers with this foam on the front that I disintegrated from beer. Anyway, they were thumpy and they were funky, and I remember them and very fondly. And when I heard about this idea, 2023 dual dynamics out there. By the way, I'm back. This is all unscripted because bullshit reading off of a thing. I hate that. That MS5 almost drove me insane. Okay. It's out of my monk brain. It's like yeah. Legato. This is cool. So dual dynamics, I could bore you with a whole bunch of technical specs and shit, but I didn't really read it because it doesn't really matter. It's all about the sound. There you go. On this, okay, so I don't do unboxings, but the coffin, come on, this thing is huge. You could, yeah, it's huge, and it's good for holding stuff. It came with a little fuzzy thing that I chucked, of course. Came with a cable that, so Legato. Don't use this cable. I mean, it comes with a free cable, but it shouldn't be used because it's 3.5. This thing needs power. The Legato is old school, baby. Old school speaker, old school car stereo, nightclub kind of dynamic driver. And it has a gentle side as well that you should know about. I really, really enjoyed this. So not my typical tuning. I like my bass fast and hard hitting and very nice attack. But there's just something about this overall that is very cool. It's not going to appeal to everyone. Treble heads, probably not. Thank God there's something for us on the other side of the spectrum. And I just enjoy what it does. The shell is a bit like all 7 Hertz. Kind of, why can't you just make something normal? Maybe the shell was this shape to bring out in the cavity to get those dynamic drivers, the one for the sub and the one for the highs and mids, to do what they do. And if that's the case, totally understand. It's not going to fit everybody. It is a big, chunky boy, and fit is not fantastic for me either. I have to wiggle them around to get a comfy fit after about an hour. But while I'm doing that, I'm certainly enjoying my music. Larry Fulton, one of the fellows who helped tune the Legato, recommended this snake oil cable. Oh, sorry, oil-soaked cable. I get those confused. And it works well. It's a good pairing, and it's cheap. It was like $17. Not a really well-made cable, that's for sure. And I'll post that link. It's a NiceHCK cable. It's kind of just, it does what its job, and it works well with this cable. More importantly, it comes balanced because, like I said earlier, The Legato likes to be fed power. It's hungry. It's like a little demon. Feed me. And the more you feed it, the bigger it grows. And I had some really, really great listening sessions with the Legato. Really like it. Really enjoy it. It's nice to have different sets that aren't the same. And it's going to stay in my library because once in a while you just want some good old-fashioned thump. But let's talk about the sound in a bit. So feed it some power. Wide bore tips again, JVC as I'm using here. Again, one of my videos, somebody commented, why don't you make sound impressions with the factory cable? Because you shouldn't use the factory cable on single-ended. You should feed it power with balanced. That's why. Okay. Let's talk about the sound. When there is bass, it is meaty, it is thick, it is thumpy, ear-tingling, rumbly, fantastic. Old school. But on music that isn't bass saturated, that isn't bass heavy, what a wonderful, wonderful I am. Balanced, even. It just has that reserve that if something happened in the bass, it's gonna bring it in. But if the music that you're listening to is just, isn't too bass heavy, the vocals don't ever get drowned out. The highs are wonderful. They really are. Maybe again because of that, it doesn't have so much huge high frequency energy. There you go. That you'll find that stage instrument separation, it suffers a little bit, not terribly, because everything about the Legato is, to all the people that worked on the 7 Hertz Legato, good job, guys, because mission accomplished. Absolutely. You said you were going for a certain tuning, and you did it. And you did it in a way for $100. Really, this video is going to be short. If you like some bass and don't want to spend, fat frequency maestro kind of level $3,000 and want a taste of what real bass head sounds like, and still have a very versatile IM that you're going to enjoy and listen to and no regrets about buying, the 7 Hertz Legato is for you. It certainly is for me. Like I said, you don't have to have everything in their same tuning that your tuning preference has to be this. I am going to post up, here's my target curve that I have done. I have a coupler coming as well, so I'm going to do all my own testing as well for my frequency curves, so I can play around with that as well. And so there you go. I got a bunch of stuff for the next vids coming up as well, so ton of good stuff. Pen and Fan 2, which I'm excited to hear as well. I've got the new SimGot coming, that under $20 one. Today showing up from a friend is going to be 64 Audio U4S. That's super exciting. A dynamic driver 64 Audio with a TIA driver. And if you've watched my video with the U12T, oh boy, if this thing comes remotely close, I'm going to have to sell most of my body fluids to get one. So what else? I have a whack of stuff coming. It's taken me a while between videos. That HITIS one sucked up more time than should have been allowed for something that will probably just fade into the HIFI world in about a month. So there you go. So tons of stuff coming. Very excited. And again, love you guys. And Love the comments. Much appreciated. Thank you much. Just the Tone Deaf Monk. Say no to pot.